I wanted to show you guys some of the behind the scenes from this video and chat about the equipment we were using, but also how simple the setups were in terms of the scene. Most of the work on this video is actually done with lighting and equipment, and then also in post-production in editing. So this video was made for our client Lost Minerals, who recently went through a rebrand of their packaging, and essentially we were commissioned to create a moody, dramatic product reveal video in time for their launch. Now, I do apologize that the BTS is in vertical format for Instagram, just as an FYI. And if you guys do want to see more behind the scenes content, make sure that you are following me on Instagram at Amanda Campeanu. Now, before we get into the behind the scenes, I'm going to go through the equipment that we were using so that the behind the scenes makes a little bit more sense. So the camera that we use for all our video content is the Sony a7 S3, and we use a Sony GM24 to 70mm lens. This camera is a recent purchase for us. We were using the Sony a7 III before this, but the quality on this camera is absolutely insane. If you have the budget for this camera, you're a videographer, I cannot recommend this camera enough. So as another FYI, I'm actually not the videographer. My partner Alistair is, so he's the other half of our company, Timber Media House. So that video is all done by him. However, we work collectively on majority of our projects. So I help with scene styling, assisting with lighting and everything like that. The other lens that we use is this one. So this is called a probe lens, and essentially it enables you to get really up close and personal with your products. You can capture a lot of detail, and it also makes your products look bigger than they are. The next piece of equipment we use is something called a syrup turntable. So this piece here just goes on top of it like that, and essentially this is perfect for those spinning shots that you see in the video. This can also be controlled via your mobile phone, so it's an incredibly handy piece of equipment to have if you do videography in your studio. Now, the next piece of equipment we use is this. So this is a magic carpet motion slider. So you put your camera here, and basically you can get really smooth movement using this piece of equipment. Again, this can also be controlled via your mobile phone. For our lighting, we used a couple of different lights, our Godox SL60W, our Godox FV150, which is a hybrid light. So it's a continuous and strobe light in one, which is why we absolutely love it, because we do photo and video at the same time a lot. So all we have to do is press a button and it switches from strobe to continuous. And the other lights which made a really big difference in this shoot are these ones. These are Aperture MC RGB lights. They also come with little softbox things as well, but these have different effect modes, which you saw in the video. There's like a paparazzi scene where everything is flashing. That's because of these, and this is all we used for that scene. So these came in extremely handy for this shoot, and yeah, you'll see what I mean when you see some of the behind the scenes. So let's get into the first scene where you'll see the motion slider and the probe lens set up, and you'll actually be hearing Alistair's voiceover for this one. So let's take a look.
Today I'm shooting some product work, and I've got a pretty crazy setup that I'm pretty proud of, that I've kind of just made work. So gimbal is mounted to my slider, and then I've got the product, and I'm just trying to get like a really good logo shot. And so the logo, you can see it sort of here. And this is all stacked up really high because first of all, I can't get this any lower to the ground. But the important thing is that it's on this spinning thing here that I can control with an app. So I've got the bottle spinning round, and the logo kind of glints in the light at this certain point. And at the same time, I've got the gimbal set to sort of start low on the bottle and then move up and to the left. So it kind of spins and tilts up at the same time. I'll see if I can show it to you on here. This is the kind of shot that I've been trying to get. So you can see it starts to move up the logo as it's still spinning. So I'm just trying to like perfect it. But yeah, it's a pretty interesting shot that I'm getting.
As you can see, having that syrup turntable there and the motion slider really helps us to achieve extremely smooth movement where you can, at the same time, spin the product and then move up the product as you see in this clip here. So this next scene we did for the lip gloss actually isn't in the original video, but the concept still applies to the clip where you see the foundations all lined up and there's a glow coming from behind. So when you're shooting transparent products, anything like glass, having these MC RGB lights is an absolute lifesaver because they're small enough to put behind small products like makeup and skincare. And it just adds a really beautiful glow behind the products and brings out more detail in the products as well. And to add some motion into the lip gloss clip, basically all we did was move the Godox FV150 light from right to left to darken and then illuminate the products. This next scene I'm about to show you is probably my favorite scene from the whole entire video because it's so impactful and creative. And it's also incredibly easy to set up. So we placed 3 of these Aperture MC RGB lights around the product and we put it on a mode called paparazzi. So there are different lighting effects and different modes that you can use with these Aperture lights. And paparazzi was just the perfect mode for this scene. So we basically shot all the products in the same scene and then we brought all of that together in Premiere Pro to create this seamless look where you can see all the products flashing at once. Now, a really big part of this video is actually the music choice, and we use a couple of different music subscription platforms to find non-copyrighted music. And it's really important that when you are creating videos for clients that you do not use copyrighted music, because then when you put it up on social platforms, you run the risk of the social platform removing that video because of copyright. So the music from the video is from a platform called Artlist, and we also recently signed up to another one called MusicBed. And when it comes to putting the footage to the music, you'll notice how the footage dances along to the track during the video. And your music really helps to play a huge part in building your emotion, building your hype, and making the customer feel something when they're watching. And for the background of the video, we used a really big piece of black muslin cloth, and then to help us get those really beautiful reflections of the products, we use a large sheet of clear acrylic. Now, obviously half the work is obviously done in the editing process to create a really impactful video. All the scenes were really easy to set up, but like I said, a lot of it has to do with lighting and your equipment. But if you guys want to see how Alistair, I guess, put this edit together and some of the creative transitions that he used, let me know in the comments below and maybe I can encourage him to upload a video to YouTube for you guys so that you can see how everything came together in post-production. So I hope this video has been insightful for you guys on what kind of equipment is used to produce shots like this. Obviously you can get way more creative with your set styling, but obviously for the purposes of the reveal video, we kept it really, really simple. And of course, if you have any questions on anything that was shown in this video or how something was done, leave them in the comments below and we'll get back to you. But otherwise, I'll see you in the next video.